Hello everyone, it's vanburman here and welcome to my, Premier League game review from Arsenal and Leicester. It's a couple of days late and also I don't actually normally do this sort of thing, so it has to be something I really feel quite emotional about. I guess emotional is the word. Riled up actually is the main reason I'm doing this, and I'll get through to that in a minute. But just those of you that don't know, even though you must know, Arsenal beat Leicester in the last minute at the Emirates on Sunday, Valentine's Day, on the 12 o'clock kickoff. Danny Welbeck scored. That guy scored. Really was not expecting Danny to even play or be on the bench. Actually, I was under I don't know why I was under the impression he was a couple of weeks off still. But hey, there you go. Never mind. Also, just want to show this because I don't think I've shown this on video before, but I have got my Van Burman shirt. I don't actually know what year, can't exactly remember what exact year this is. I'm sure someone will tell me. I'm sure looking in here will tell me. No, it won't. Oh dear. Okay, I think it's 2008, maybe? I don't know. Something like that anyway. Where was I? Yes, so I just want to talk about a couple of other things during the game and just the implications it has for the season, really. So the main reason I want to make this video is because this morning I decided to watch the Match of the Day 2 highlights between the game. And some things really annoyed me. Now, obviously, don't get me wrong, you can have, different pundits have got their own allegiances. So when you've got Thierry Henry talking about stuff, he is obviously a lot more over to the Arsenal side of things. He's on the coaching staff and what have you. So I obviously feel a bit more, obviously agree with him a lot more than what, for example, Paul Scholes might say. But last night on Match of the Day 2, we had Danny Murphy and Tim Sherwood. Tim Sherwood is, apparently an Arsenal fan, but also obviously managed Tottenham, and there's a very infamous chant regarding Tim Sherwood about him being from Bournemouth, etc. I won't carry on the rest of that chant, but there you go. And one of the things some of the things that they missed off or didn't talk about properly, really riled me up. Very much on Leicester's side, and I get that a lot of people are, because Leicester are the underdogs, and people always want the underdogs to win. This time I didn't want them to win, because obviously, it's the point in Arsenal, you want Arsenal to win. And the things that they missed off were, for example, the challenge that Wes Morgan made in the build-up to the foul on Jamie Vardy. I thought they were very lenient on Jamie Vardy. I think it's a half dive in there. Could have been given, could have not been given. Although I don't have much sympathy for Monreal. He did stick his leg out, so would you expect kind of thing? Players are going to go down. I would expect Theo Walcott or Olivier Giroud to go down if the tables were turned and win the penalty, obviously. So there's that, but a bit disappointed they didn't bring that up more. Also, they were very sort of dismissal of the challenge by Drinkwater on Ramsey. And at the time when I was watching that, I was horrified. I don't think it's a really horrible tackle. I don't think that Drinkwater should get away with it at all. That needs to be looked at retrospectively if the referee's not seen it. Although I did watch the replay and it looks like he had a pretty good view of it. And in my opinion, it's got to be a red card. We can bring it back to the challenge that Flamini did a couple of weeks ago. That also should have been a red card, and he got a yellow for it, but at least he got reprimanded. The fact of the matter is, Drinkwater didn't get anything. It wasn't a free kick, it wasn't a yellow card, nothing. So that for me was quite a poignant piece that they looked at it wrong, in my opinion. They basically just dismissed it and said, oh, he's not an aggressive player. It doesn't matter if you're an aggressive player, you can still mistime a tackle, you can still break someone's legs. Look at Taylor, look at Shawcross. I wouldn't say they were particularly dirty or malicious players, but they have caused very serious injuries. So that's something that I think the BBC need to address. And I think the FA, need to look at it. FIFA can look at it if they want, but I think the FA's got it covered. The other thing, Danny Simpson's sending off. I don't really, personally, I haven't got any sympathy for the guy. Two bad tackles. Well, not two bad tackles, but two bookable offences. Match of the day trying to tell me that the tackle on Sanchez isn't a bookable offence. He's gone in at him. He didn't need to make it at all in the slightest because, you know, he had cover from around the back. So that for me has got to be a yellow, and Olivier Giroud is away from him and he pulls him back. It's another yellow. Okay, the two of them together maybe, yeah, a harsh red, but two justified yellows in my opinion. So I don't think you could have too much to say about that. In the second half, especially after it went down to 10 men, Arsenal all over them. And one of the things that really annoyed me was Ozil when he had the ball at the edge of the box. And it was so obvious to shoot. You know, obviously I know the guy's got in his head he's got to pass and he's got to assist every single time he can. But he's got a clear shot at goal from the edge of the box. You know, he's got a chance to curl one in there. And it takes him an absolute age to hit that ball. And in the end he loses it. And that for me is one of the problems with Ozil. I still do not think he is up. He's not up to the pace of the Premier League, I still think. Don't get me wrong, from dead ball situations, from times where he's got plenty of time, he's good. And a lot of players can be good when they've got plenty of time. But I just feel that in the moment, he's so single-tracked minded as well regarding getting the assists, in my opinion. They're more important to him than goals. And I did not like the way he took that, especially when it's such an important game and we've got some big games coming up. We can't have that sort of indecision going on. You can say what you like about Ramsey. Yeah, he's not on form, he's not firing. All that is true. But at least when he gets the ball, he knows what he wants to do with it and he has a go. He doesn't dally and, you know, reconsider in his mind. He has an idea and goes with it. But anyway, that's just my opinion on that. You guys, or a lot of people disagree with me on the Ozil, on what I think about Ozil. I just wanted to put that out there. Just something that really annoyed me in that game. I've already pretty much forgot about it. We'll see what happens in the next game. Hopefully we can kick on from this. Tottenham winning against City didn't really affect me either way. Either side winning would get a boost. It just means, obviously, that we stay behind Tottenham on goal difference. But it's all to play for now. It's definitely all to play for. 2 points behind Leicester City. Leicester City don't really have many hard games coming up, but they have lost now. You know, that air of invincibility even, has, well, been taken away by Arsenal again. So hopefully they'll hit a sticky patch after this bit. Obviously I'm from Leicester, so a lot of people are rooting for the other side now. It would be great to see Leicester win from a purely, if I was looking at it from a purely neutral standpoint, but Arsenal now got to kick on, make sure we get the win against United, and hopefully that will give us a bit more of a kickstart. Obviously the Barcelona thing, I'm not really sure about the Barcelona games. We still need to put out a strong team, still need to make competition of it. I do think Barcelona will win. I don't like to back against Arsenal anytime, but I just think the way Barcelona have been playing, they are absolute dominant at the minute. I would be surprised if they did not win the Champions League this season. And if we can carry on going further in the FA Cup as well, that would be brilliant. To win it 3 times in a row would be absolutely amazing. That's not been done since didn't Bolton do it when they were called Wanderers or something? They did 3 seasons or 4 seasons in a row. Don't quote me on that. Wikipedia will tell you. So it would be really good to win 3 in a row with the FA Cup as well. Not being greedy, just a double. Anyway guys, thank you very much. I hope you've enjoyed the video, and I'll see you all very soon. Goodbye.